do. Stop referring to it as climate change or the climate crisis and start referring to it as climate immigration. Foreign weather is coming over here. It can't be stopped by building a wall or stopping small boats. It's in the air, turning cold, patriotic British weather into hot foreign nonsense, raining tikka masala down on the centre of London. Tidal waves of jerk spices sullying the once white cliffs of Dover. Some of it's Sharia weather.
Please welcome Nish Kumar! Hot foreign nonsense is one of my favourite phrases.
Hot foreign nonsense was actually my wrestling name. For a long time. Yeah.
So this was, that was from 2023?
Yeah.
A special?
Yeah.
Things gotten any better?
Things are actually getting worse by the second, I think, right now.
Really?
I literally, I've just been on a tour. I'm in the middle of a tour and I've just been in America and I tell you, that's an interesting place.
America?
Oh, really?
I've never heard that theory about it before.
It's one of the most interesting places, I would say.
Really?
Listen, doing political comedy for the last decade has been an exercise in denial and alcoholism.
For you or the audience?
First one and then definitely the other. Yeah.
Well, you've also got a podcast, right, called Save the UK.
Yeah, at last, a male comedian has a podcast.
That's what I was going to say. You're the first one.
You're very brave.
Do you feel like that? I mean, that's a big job to undertake. Do you think of yourself as like saving, the world first, comedian second?
No, I am a stand-up comedian, a podcaster and undiagnosed IBS sufferer. That is how I identify myself in 3 phases. We're moving towards a diagnosis for the third one, but yeah, that's how I see myself.
Thank God.
Those 3 ways primarily.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So you've been having an interesting time in the States. I want to know, you're very well known as a progressive comedian. How did you go in some of the red states? Like, do you have people there or were you terrified?
What I would say is that I don't have a broad audience wherever I am. I am sort of the Pied Piper of leftist malcontents. Like, wherever I am, I lure them out. Even in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I found a bunch of New York Times reading tofu-munching leftocrats. It's not a varied audience. Amazingly, I've managed to find them in Melbourne, the city I believe that makes them. Yeah, it's been the States was incredible. It's a wild time there. The president is in many ways the modern Ronald Reagan in that he's a celebrity homophobe, visibly addled by dementia, and his assistant, his far right-hand man, Elon Musk, is a man so congenitally unpleasant. He's fighting a daily battle to be named history's worst white South African. And I actually think Elon could win. Like, there's a lot of competition for that accolade, but I think he could do it.
Have you noticed in America? So you obviously. Clearly, you're very direct in your comedy. Have you noticed that American comedians are a bit different in the way they're approaching it now?
I think everybody is being quite circumspect with how they're approaching it at the moment because, they are... I mean, in all seriousness, there is a real atmosphere of fear, and that's partly how autocrats like Trump operate. Like, that's the kind of playbook, is to kind of create an atmosphere where people feel afraid to speak out. But no, there's still loads of Americans doing stuff, and in 6 months' time, I imagine they'll all be working in a Trump-branded gulag. But at the moment, there's still people definitely still flying the flag for a certain mindset that evades the current incumbent of the White House.
Yeah. We have an election happening here in nearly a few weeks.
Thank God you got here.
Was that well timed?
It's very funny because people outside of Australia don't think you're a real country. I'm sorry to break this news to you. And I always fight that. I say they're a real country with real politics. And then I got here and Peter Dutton kicked a ball in a cameraman's face. And I was like... I am trying... Help me to help you, Australia. Help me to help you.
That's not fair. Our Prime Minister also stepped/fell off. There's real news happening.
Bipartisan, mate.
Listen, I'm from the United Kingdom. We elected Boris Johnson as our Prime Minister. We avoided any right to criticise anyone else's world leader. That man, at one stage, he's so sexually incontinent that at one point his Wikipedia page listed his number of children as being 5 or 6. And after that, we let him be Prime Minister. After that happened.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so you're here for your new show. It's called Nish Don't Kill My Vibe. Whose vibe are you killing?
I'm killing everybody's vibe. At one point, it's sort of all loosely based on the fact that during COVID, a guy saw me in the park and I was like saying something about the Conservative Party, and he didn't say anything to me. But when I got home, I found out he had tweeted me and he said, "I saw Nish Kumar in the park today, and it turns out it's not a character."
Oh, so you're not like a secret Conservative voter?
No, I'm not on the phone being like, I love tax cuts and racism.
This could be your cover.
My God. Well, never thought I'd say this. Good luck with the IBS, and thanks for coming in.
That is the best way to wrap up any interview. Tickets to see Nish, Don't Kill My Vibe, right around Australia are on now. All the information is on our website. In the meantime, would you please thank Nish Kumar?